I don't know how you're feeling this morning, but I do know who's very happy is women's basketball players, that they're not here and they don't have to listen to me talk because they get enough of that. I do know how I'm feeling this morning, and I am very happy to be here because I'm speaking to a group of women that I really admire. I really, really admire the fact that you get up this early, day after day, over this 8-week period of summer, and you are investing something in yourself, which is going to invest something into your team, which is going to lead to something. When you take advantage of your opportunity, it can lead to something very, very special. So, we have great success going on this campus in our women's sports right now. Great success, a lot of achievements happening. And that is so obvious to everyone because of your performance in your sport and what you're doing in competition is just obvious. Okay, so I don't want to belabor the obvious this morning. I would doubt very seriously. Well, let me just ask this question. Any of your coaches said for the next season, we want to lose? Anybody? Let's get a show of hands here this morning. Make sure everybody's awake. Anyone? As the coaches say, we want to lose. And no, they haven't. That's obvious. They probably somewhere along the line have talked about a championship. A Southeastern Conference championship, a national championship. Okay, so the obvious thing is championship. That's a real obvious goal that we all share, no matter what sport it is here at Kentucky. And we're so fortunate because we've been given the resources to do that. We've been given the expertise to do that. We have all of the things in place to get that done. And so how do we get there? And for me as a coach, coaching women's basketball at Kentucky, championships are very, very important. They are very important. But they're important because what I really want to get accomplished, what I really want to do for the student athletes on our team is try to help them get prepared to not only win a championship here at Kentucky, but to also do that, learn the things that are necessary to get that done when they leave here. And that may sound corny to some of you, winning in life or being a champion in life, and it's sort of overused sometimes, but I'm just telling you, I'm very, very serious about that because of some of my experiences when I was coming through, when I was your age, and when I had a chance in my opportunity to really excel. You know, I did not get that done, and I wasted that, and I had to learn some of these things in negative ways. I had to learn these things from some negative experiences. All right, and I'm real grateful for those because they prepared me now to try to help our players learn things from a very positive experience. And you can do either one of them, ladies. I'm just telling you, you can do it either way. And then here's another option for you. You can never learn how to be a champion in life. That's another option that exists out there that is real. But for me, I want to try to help our players get ready not only to win championships at Kentucky, but to be champions when they leave here. And this is how we do it. This is the key to that happening. The championship being the obvious thing. The first thing that we want to do to be champions is I want people on our team to have great character and be developing that, have an interest in strengthening their character each and every day. All right? So listen, there's nothing more important when you leave Kentucky, in my mind, than what your character is. How big are you on the inside? All right? Not how do I look on the outside, you know, and we want to present ourselves in a nice fashion, and we want to be, we want to be people that are presentable and look great on the outside. That's fine. But really the key, how big are you on the inside? What kind of principles do you have? And that's the second thing, principles. Being a principle-based person, not an emotional-based person. Here's the difference. You wake up today and your day is dictated by what happens to you and how people treat you and what happens and comes along your way, or you wake up today and you say, I'm going to make certain that this day is very productive, and that's being a principle-based person. And the three principles that we work on all the time: honesty. Listen, if there's no honesty on your team, there's no way you can have any trust on your team. And the person once said that trust is like the oxygen in this room right now. We don't notice it when it's present. You don't even think about oxygen. When it's not there, you notice it. Everybody knows. And that's the same thing with trust. If you're not an honest person, if you don't have honesty on your team, there's no way we can trust each other. And trust is very, very important for us to win the championship. That's the first principle, honesty. Hard work. That's real revolutionary, isn't it? That's real high-minded of me to think about hard work. I'm just telling you, hard work, no matter if you did it this morning, you worked hard this morning, that's a principle that will be with you the rest of your life and that will see you through a lot of tough times. The third thing is discipline. Discipline. We have a very, very disciplined program because I think that for you to really ultimately be successful, you have to have some discipline in your life. You have to be able to make choices that sometimes you don't want to make, but you need to make in order to be successful. So, we want to be people of high character. We want to be principle-based people. And those three principles are the foundation of our program. The third thing that we think is so important for us to be championship players and a championship team is people on our team willing to make personal sacrifices. All right? And listen, in sports, what I love about sports and being in a team sport, all of us at some point in time have to give up. To really be successful, we have to give up something that we want to do in order to help the team succeed. All right, so in basketball, it may be this example. I want to shoot the ball 15 times a game. I want to score 15 points a game. And the coach comes to me and says, listen, I really need you to rebound the ball, and I don't need you to shoot as much. And so just being able to make those sacrifices in order to help the team, that's real important. And that's going to be important in your life. There's going to be so many times where you're going to want to do something that's going to make you feel good, but ultimately you're going to have to make a different decision to be successful, and that's what's called sacrifice. And if you get in touch with that and you're able to do that, you can make some things happen. All right, so that's the third thing that we want to do. We want to be people of high character. We want to have principles. We want to be principle-based people. We want to be people who will make sacrifices for our team. And the fourth thing is necessary preparation. Not preparation. Preparation. Necessary preparation. There's a difference. All right? So let's think about this morning. Some of you maybe just showed up this morning and you just got through the workout. All right? That's very different than if you showed up this morning and you gave everything that you had, and see, nobody knows you were here this morning. There's no TV cameras here this morning. There's no newspaper articles being written about this morning. But this morning was unbelievably important for your championship next season. All right, it was necessary for you to be here this morning and for you to push yourself. It's going to be necessary Monday morning, if that's when we get back together again, that you go through the necessary preparation. And just showing up and going through the motions is very different than showing up and giving everything that you have to ensure that you're going to be prepared. All right, so we will go over these and over these and over these, and we'll try to keep it as simple as possible. But there will never come a time next season in 2012-13 in women's basketball where our character is not important, where our principles, we get fuzzy on that. We'll be clear on our principles: honesty, hard work, discipline. There'll never be a time next season that we're not interested in people making some sacrifices for each other so we can be a champion. And I promise you that we will not lose focus on making the necessary preparations to win the SEC championship. Those are important to us. And I know that that's important to you. And I just want to encourage you. Listen, encouragement is so important in our life. We need it from other people, but let me tell you who you need it from more than anybody is yourself. You need to be able to encourage yourself. You need to be able to tell yourself the things that are necessary to push through any tough times you're having, and also to encourage yourself to handle any times that you're prosperous. You know, that's one of the danger times, is when things are really going well, there's that urge to relax a little bit. So I want to encourage you this morning to just keep plugging, keep working this summer. It's going to pay off for you. I promise you, it will pay off for you. And I am really, really thankful that I had an opportunity to talk to you. And I hope you have a great rest of the summer. And it was great being with you. Please tell the women's basketball players that I'm a good guy. All right. So thanks so much. Is that all right?